Hello. In the last video, we talked about what is DevOps and some of the primary practice areas. Today we will talk about DevOps in Azure. What does Azure provide to help and support practice of DevOps in your organization? Before that, welcome to Try CloudWorks, engineers. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you like it. Well, DevOps in Azure has so much to offer and learn. What is a better way to get a handle on the various things that Azure and DevOps have for us? Azure has various DevOps technologies to offer, so you can focus on innovation and increasing customer value. Having said that, what are the different products and services that Azure has to offer? Before we get further down into talking on Azure products and services in DevOps space, it is good to know about two concepts, namely SDLC and 12 factors. A typical SDLC stages are requirements, design, development or code, testing, deployment, and maintenance. The second concept is about the 12 factors of app development that describes many well-tested architectural patterns and best practices for use with cloud applications. It is a methodology and proposes some of the common goals that DevOps also focuses to achieve. Here is a screenshot that lists the 12 factors. DevOps strives to achieve some of the goals that are automation, portability, continuous integration, continuous delivery, infrastructure as code, disposability, resiliency, and self-healing. All good stuff. These are so much fun and awesome that, when put in practice, will have cascading benefits and value increase for all. Azure has so much to offer. The two significant ones are Azure Pipelines and Azure Monitor. We will go over those in little more detail as we move on. One way to look at is to group all of the products list and visualize them with the image of software development lifecycle. Is it okay to group them according to SDLC stages? All right, it is time to deep dive into DevOps in Azure. Almost all the products and services that Azure has to offer in DevOps space. First, let us start with ideas and design stage. Azure has Azure boards that can track to connect from idea to release. It can be used as Kanban boards or Scrum boards. Next is development and testing stages. Azure App Configuration. It can be used to centrally manage application settings and feature flags. It is recommended to keep the configuration settings external to executable code. Microservices based on Azure Service Fabric, or containerized apps, serverless app and deployment pipeline are some of the solution approach that can use Azure App Configuration. It is to note that Azure Key Vault complements Azure Configuration. Azure Key Vault is mainly used to store keys and secrets. Next is Azure Repos. It can get unlimited Git repository hosting for your project. You can perform continuous integration with each code change and promotes collaboration within your source workflows. Azure Test Plans. It is an easy-to-use browser-based test management solution for planned manual testing, exploratory testing, and user acceptance testing. Under deployment stage, Azure has provided tools, API interfaces, and languages to automate and simplify deployments. Azure Artifacts is a fully integrated package management, so you can share packages and use built-in CI/CD, versioning, and testing. You can easily share code across teams. ARM, Azure Resource Manager, can be used for infrastructure as code. You can provision and manage Azure infrastructure directly from your favorite third-party tools, such as Ansible, Terraform, Chef, and Puppet. Now across development, testing and deployment, there are these great products available in Azure. Azure Pipelines is available as part of Azure DevOps services. It can be used to implement a build, test, and deployment pipeline for any app. You can implement continuous integration and continuous delivery pipelines to any cloud provider, whether Azure or Google Cloud. The pipelines can be built as Microsoft-hosted or self-hosted. You can simplify managing hardware and VMs by using Microsoft Cloud-hosted agents as against using self-hosted agents. It is free for all open-source projects. You can use Azure Pipelines or deploy directly to the Azure platform from your favorite continuous integration and continuous delivery solution, such as Jenkins. Though it is not part of Azure subscription, Visual Studio App Center provides an integrated developer services for building, testing, releasing, and monitoring mobile and desktop apps. Now, how does App Center help in DevOps practices? Here are a few points for further understanding. It offers an integrated solution approach with other Azure products and services. For example, with other bug trackers like Jira Cloud, Azure DevOps, and GitHub. Business continuity and disaster recovery, BCDR, is another area it helps to save. Next, under Operations, is Azure Monitoring. It is used to maximize the availability and performance of systems and applications. It is useful to correlate infrastructure issues with VMs and containers. It supports operations at scale with smart alerts and automated actions. Another area of interest in the Operations section is integration of Azure Monitor with other systems and extend the monitoring capabilities. There are a few other Azure services that are provided that can be used to work with Azure Monitoring. Application Insights. It is used for availability, performance, and usage of your web applications. Event Hub is a streaming platform to transform and store data. It is used to stream Azure Monitor data to other CMON tools. Logic Apps is used to automate tasks and business processes using workflows. It is used to build workflows based on metrics and logs in Azure Monitor. Log Analytics. It is used to edit and run log queries with data in Azure Monitor Log. It is also helpful for troubleshooting and diagnostics. The road to DevOps adoption is not easy. It is suggested to explore the challenges and learnings of others in the industry outside as they adopt in a DevOps culture. Well, that's it for now, and I hope we have covered enough number of products and services to enhance and strengthen DevOps in Azure and reap its benefits. In the next video, we can take a look at some of the typical use case and how to perform or solve any problems using DevOps tools and techniques. So shall we see you in next video on DevOps use cases in Azure? Until then, ciao, and have a good day. Thank you.